the next time by, that man will be seeing the white flag, Bobby Labonte. The whole crew just waiting for this last mile to click off the clock. Peter Gellin and the rest of the Interstate team waiting with the white flag out. Bobby Labonte looking for his first Rockingham win. Coupled with his brother Terry, who's won here twice, this would be the third set of brothers to win NASCAR Winston Cup races here at the Rock.
Skinner in front of him, the only car he's going to have to dodge before Bobby Labonte gets to the checkered flag.
Earnhardt's 1 2/10 seconds back, not enough time. Bobby Labonte wins at Rockingham for the first time in his 15th NASCAR Winston Cup race here. White flag next time by for that man.
Eli, if there's such a thing as total dominance, that car has been there all day long.
And so is the driver. Tony Stewart has done a brilliant job today behind the wheel. And she loves it.
There's a Tony Stewart fan. 1 more mile around Dover. And Tony will have his 4th career NASCAR Winston Cup win. It will be the 3rd win of the season for Pontiac. And as we said, the 12th winner in 13 races. Tony Stewart wins. He led 242 laps.
Stewart trying to beat 2 in a row. Tony, look at him scrap behind him. That looks good in Stewart's mirror.
Oh, he's loving it. As Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett run side by side, Earnhardt pretty much out by himself right now.
No help here. Labonte, Earnhardt, and Jarrett all racing for that championship. The first, third, and fourth place point man battling for second.
Boy, it's tough to beat that when he just hits a
Smoker. Smoker, turn 4. Is that one car? A lot of smoke diving to the bottom. Kenny Irwin. And that's the caution.
Might this be the race? Probably not. They'll probably get it restarted again.
Trouble front straightaway. A lot of smoke. Car in the wall. Jeffrey Bodine. Car went around and damage to the left front.
Don't let up. Don't let up pack.
All right, coming to the flag. Turn 3. Remember, there's a damaged car to the apron in turn 1. Stewart handily is going to bring them down to the caution flag. This may or may not be the last green flag lap of the race. For second, Earnhardt over Bobby Labonte.
They're bringing the cars down pit road right now.
Red flag,
yeah.
For rain. They are not going to run this through under caution. We saw a bit of rain on their Bobby Labonte's onboard camera. We saw it on Tony Stewart's windshield. Well, the rain dance worked for those fellas down in Stewart's pit, but they didn't get the flag they wanted, which was the checkered one. It is over. Tony Stewart wins the Kmart 400. It's all over.
Rain is going to force the caution to fly. Rain has now intensified enough out in turns 3 and 4 that caution is coming out at lap 266. Tony Stewart will come across as the race leader under the caution, assuming he makes it around here with no problems. And he does. So the leader has the caution, Tony Stewart. And now the question is going to be, where are we as far as the weather? 13 teams are on the lead lap.
Bobby Labonte gets the white flag. One more tour of the 2.5-mile oval at Indianapolis.
Man, oh man, how excited that Bobby Labonte must be inside that Interstate Batteries Pontiac.
And how nervous Jimmy Maycar and those guys must be down there on pit road. They're just saying, please, please, please come back around.
Remember last week at Pocono, 2 weeks ago, Jeremy Mayfield about this spot was leading the race, did not get back to the line in front. Got a flat tire in turn 3. Labonte does not suffer that same fate. Easily through 3 into turn 4.
He is in his 244th career start in NASCAR Winston Cup competition. But he is about to register perhaps his biggest victory of all. Bobby Labonte from Corpus Christi, Texas wins the 7th Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Caution is out here at Darlington once again. Jerry Nadeau. We have had a major power outage here in the booth. Boy, when I write my memoirs, this race is going to be right at the top of the list. I'm telling you, we have had all kinds of problems here today, technically. But hopefully, and with the weather also, we've had lightning, we have had a variety of things, but now we're on a backup system, and hopefully we'll be able to guide you through the rest of this race. It isn't going to be easy because we don't have any monitors up here in the booth. We are going to call this race by simply looking at the racetrack.
Here come the leaders.
We don't have any reports from our pit guys because the power is out on the roof, but here in the booth, we'll try to guide you through these pit stops. Ward, Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon. The checkered flag, we think, is going to be coming out here in just a moment. You can see how hard it begins to rain at Darlington at about 7:20 Eastern time. Pace car brings down as Bobby Labonte is the first car behind the pace car. And indeed, the checkered flag is going to wave, and Bobby Labonte, who started 37th, wins for the first time at Darlington in his 16th race here. It's the third win for him in 2000.
His 7th career victory, and the 8th Pontiac win of 2000. Tony Stewart sweeps at Dover Downs in Delaware here in the 2000 season.
2 laps to go. Contact between Earnhardt and Jeff Burton for the second position, and Tony Stewart would like to see a little bit more of that. And here comes Tony Stewart down to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Remember, he won the race last weekend at Dover after starting in 27th position. He started on the pole here this afternoon, and it doesn't appear as if he's going to get a challenge on this last lap. He's now in turns 3 and 4, and winning his 2nd consecutive race of 2000 is Tony Stewart. His 5th win.
White flag is down for Bobby Labonte. Pontiac has not won here at Charlotte since 1990, when Rusty Wallace did it. This man has finished second the last 3 straight times here. Final corners for Bobby Labonte. Try to win a championship the best way you can. You get the most points by winning the race. Checkered flag is up. Bobby Labonte wins at Charlotte. White flag is out. Final lap for Tony Stewart. 1 more lap around a 1.5 mile Homestead-Miami Speedway for Bobby Labonte to get a Winston Cup championship ring. Fans are all on their feet in the grandstands. Labonte now off of turn number 2, half a lap away. He may catch Mark Martin for 3rd. I probably won't get him.
I don't think he wants to. Who's happier now? These guys or the 20 bunch?
So much heart, so much effort, dedication, skills goes into winning a NASCAR Winston Cup championship on the part of so many teams. It'll be sweet for Joe Gibbs today. Tony Stewart wins the Pennzoil 400 for a 2nd straight year. Here comes Labonte. Bobby Labonte is the NASCAR Winston Cup champion for 2000.
A Pontiac has never won this race. Stewart leads the bell lap in a Pontiac. Here comes Earnhardt, Wallace, Jeff Burton, and Gordon to the inside.
Let me tell you what, Tony Stewart is doing some good mirror driving right now.
Look at the run. Dale Jarrett gets there behind Jeff Gordon on the bottom side of the racetrack.
Boys, the race is just getting ready to start. Hang on. Hang on to your helmet.
Where do you swerve?
Well, nowhere yet. All right, now go. Now go. Now go.
This is it. Down to turn 3, final time.
If he doesn't get him here, he doesn't get him.
3 wide going into turn 3. Dale Jarrett pulling Bobby Labonte along with him. He's up to 4th.
But it's not for the big money. Tony Stewart, the Rushville, Indiana Rocket, leads him off the corner. Earnhardt may have one last chance. Tony Stewart wins the Budweiser Shootout over Dale Earnhardt.
2 laps. Gordon got a terrible restart. I believe he spun the tires when he took off.
Rusty Wallace pulls to the inside. That 2-car Steve Forrest coming. He carries him all the way up. Mark's right there.
Wrecking down the front.
They stay green. Todd Bodine got spun, but we keep going. We're under green with 1 lap to go, and they come back.
Look at Rusty all over the rear bumper of that 24 car.
Gordon got such a terrible restart that it really cost him a shot at getting up there and getting after Stewart. Last lap. There's a park right there. Got a shot at getting under Rusty off of 2 over here. Can't quite make it happen. Car spinning down the back straightaway.
No matter. Checkered flag in the win. Tony Stewart, 10th career victory, first of the season.
Gordon closed, but not enough.
But he's still accelerating, beating bad off that corner.
Last lap.
Boy, Stewart went way wide down there, but so did Robbie.
Oh, a big pileup, and Johnny Benson and Dale Jarrett go around at turn 11.
And Dale Jarrett had worked his way back up to 17th after overcoming that earlier spin down in that same corner.
Here we are on the final lap. Let's see if we got anything left here, guys. Tony Stewart keeps her on the track.
Tony picked up a lot of margin there. Dale Jarrett still stalled at turn 11. Now he finally gets going.
Well, this is one place.
And Terry Labonte has spun.
It doesn't matter. We're on the white flag lap. I'm sure the spotters will be telling these guys.
Terry Labonte's sitting right where those cars come off turn 11.
But they come to the flag no matter what on the last lap.
Last lap, you race back.
The caution is out, but they race to the checkered flag on the caution. Stewart by 6 car lengths.
It's going to be interesting. Watch Robbie Gordon going down in his turn 11. This is a time you might as well go and drive her down in there, Robbie. See what you got, buddy.
Oh, he's too far back, Larry. Unless Tony lines it up and slides out of the groove. They know about Terry Labonte's car here.
Tony Stewart.
Look at Robbie. He's got her smoking sideways back there.
Off the corner, and Stewart will get his 11th career Winston Cup victory.
White flag. Final lap for Bobby Labonte. We'll see who makes it on fuel. We'll see if anybody runs out. 2 miles to go.
The Joe Gibbs cars, Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, they've always gotten great fuel mileage.
Dave Blaney's on pit road for fuel on the final lap. And speeding. He'll get held for 15 seconds. Second corner, half a lap to go. Bobby Labonte, the defending NASCAR Winston Cup champion, has not had a very good year. His best finish, 1 second-place run in the second race of the season. He started today's race in the 11th spot. He passes Dale Earnhardt Jr. with 2 laps to go, and Bobby Labonte wins the Pennsylvania 500. 2 to go. All right, what's it going to be? Is Stewart going to get held up by Jeff Burton? Can Kevin Harvick get to him? Final lap, half mile to go. The white flag is up. Stewart still working Jeff Burton. Here comes Harvick trying to close in. But it's not going to be enough. Tony Stewart gets his 3rd win of 2001. He wins the Sharpie 500 at Bristol.
Fluctuating back and forth. White flag is up, final lap here at Atlanta for the NAPA 500. Jerry Nadeau up on Bobby Labonte by 4.3 seconds. A little farther along, and even if it runs out, he could coast it home. He's wiggling the car. The fuel pressure's low. Does Labonte have time to catch him? The leader's off the pace. Where's the green car? Here he comes. Here comes Bobby Labonte. Is he going to have enough time? Off the final corner. Nadeau's going to lose the race. Bobby Labonte is the winner.
Gordon for 3rd as they come to the white flag.
Got the momentum up top, slowing on the bottom to 41.
Last lap for the Budweiser shootout. Earnhardt Jr. fell back off of Stewart a little bit. Does he have the momentum now? Trying to force Stewart up off the bottom.
Ford's got to run.
Cannot make it happen. Is Jeff Gordon going with him? No, Gordon's going to the outside with Schrader.
Gordon getting the push. Moves to 2nd. Junior digging back down low. Stewart's loving this in his rearview mirror. While they fight for second, that could be the gap Tony Stewart needs to win the race. Here they come, final sprint to the checkered flag. Stewart's going to do it 2 years in a row. Tony Stewart wins the Budweiser Shootout.
You know, he had a great car at Daytona and didn't get to show it. He blew up right on the start of the race. Dominated down in Las Vegas. And here he sits looking like he's going to win this race today. Although I got to tell you, I wouldn't. Dale Jr. is going to dive that thing to the bottom down here with maybe 1 or 2 to go and see if he can't close that gap.
This is it. Final lap. Turn 4. Stewart, the high line. Junior, the low line is coming.
Here he comes.
He cuts the gap in half. But Tony Stewart scores his first super speedway win in over a year.
Pretty dominant little performance there, Larry.
Yes, it was. Dale Earnhardt Jr. for second, but how about that man that finishes third, Jimmy Johnson?
Hamilton spins and catches Kyle Petty.
And Johnny Benson nowhere to go. No caution yet.
There's got to be a caution.
There it is. Caution is out. Caution is out. They'll be coming to the white flag.
And it'll be over because Bobby Labonte will take the white and the caution flag together and then roll around to the checker.
At Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Dale Jarrett, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Terry Labonte, Ricky Rudd.
Bobby Labonte has never won a Winston Cup race on a short track.
And we all picked him, didn't we? We all picked him to win today.
So.
about 2 laps ago.
Yeah. Oh, boy. What a day. Look at that race car, not a scratch on it.
Checkered flag, Kenseth pulls up alongside to give Labonte a wave. And Bobby Labonte has his 19th career Winston Cup victory in the Virginia 500.
2 laps to go.
Pretty much a done deal now. How do we start this day off? Blue skies. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
White flag, Mike. Tony Stewart has only started 7 races at Richmond International Speedway, and he's about to go to victory lane for the 3rd time here. He won at Atlanta, and if he rounds turns 3 and 4, he'll score his 2nd victory of 2002. Tony Stewart's Home Depot Pontiac wins the Pontiac Excitement 400.
Final lap at Watkins Glen. P.J. Jones not able to get a run on Robbie Gordon. Looked like he had a brief look on him. Heard a penalty call on Tony Stewart, so the restart stands, and now he's half a lap away from the checkered flag.
One more time. Oh, no.
One off in the dust in turn 1.
He drove out of it, though.
That was Ricky Craven. What a week it's been for Tony Stewart. Spent much of this week in turmoil. After the incident after Indianapolis last Sunday, thought he might lose his job in this car. The fine from NASCAR, the fine from his sponsor. He has agreed to undergo anger management counseling, trying to overcome the temper problems that have dogged him throughout his career. Today, he's funneled that anger into a powerful drive. As he comes to the final corner, Tony Stewart is going to win at Watkins Glen, his 3rd win of the season and his 1st win at this historic road course. Stewart's your victor.
Nobody run out of gas.
White flag. Over the interstate batteries, MBNA Pontiac of Bobby Labonte, looking for his 6th Atlanta victory.
He's just strolling away on these boys now. He's got him about a 20-car length advantage headed off into turn 3. No lap traffic, clear racetrack.
Off turn 4 and still running laps just above 31 seconds. Here he comes. Bobby Labonte scores his 20th career victory in the Bass Pro Shops MBNA 500. Joe Gibbs Racing, his team, has now won 7 of the last 14 races here.
Here we go. Green flag, green flag. It's a good start. Pretty strung out.
at the closest battle already is Terry Labonte in the 5 car. He moves to the inside of Ward Burton in the 22. That's a battle for 8.
It's going to get him too. Jeff Green had a look at Sterling Marlin, but couldn't do it.
Heard Mark Martin in the 6 car complaining about his car pushing. One thing he could have done during that caution flag is get that right front cool just a little bit. But I'm going to tell you, Tony really stretches. Trouble!
Oh, no. I've seen this act before.
Jeff Green.
All right, the caution is out. This probably will be for the race coming to the line. Jeff Green in the 1 car.
That's a shame. He was running so well.
Yeah, he crossed the line in 7th last time, Darrell.
I think that dirt bank back there and the guardrail change has done its job. That's a lot better than what we saw here last time.
Well, Mark Martin drove it into turn 3 that time.
This is for the win. This will be the final lap at speed, and Tony Stewart leads him to the flag.
Yeah, there's no way we can get this race restarted. That's lap 198.
He's bump driving the pace car.
Careful.
And right behind him, what a day for Jack Roush. He gets a 2-3, and his 17 car with Matt Kenseth increases the point lead.
Yep. Well, Ryan Newman hangs in there in 5th place. Good day for him.
3 top 5s in a row for Ryan.
Yes, sir.
The defending Winston Cup champion, Tony Stewart, gets his first win of 2003, winning the Pocono 500.
Dale Jr. up there in 4th place. Good job, Dale Jr.
They've got the lead, and they're about to see the white flag. White flag is up. Final lap. In a bid for his 2nd win of this season and his 1st at this racetrack.
Dude, we got to give some credit to Jimmy Johnson, because he's pulled in to 1 second of Tony Stewart. He's a half second behind Ryan Newman for 2nd spot.
But the track position he lost earlier, he'll not be able to make up. The defending NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion is going to make a very excellent late charge from 8 seconds back to victory lane. Remarkable late race run for Tony Stewart as he wins the UAW-GM Quality 500 here at Lowe's Motor Speedway, Charlotte. So it looks like Bobby Labonte's going to come up with a runner-up finish today, pending this final lap. What about this Bill Elliott? 48 years old, the 1988 champion. Long dry spell ended last Sunday at Rockingham. He won at Indianapolis in August of 2002. And it was about a year and 3 months before he pulled off the win at the Rock last weekend. Now he's going to make it 2 in a row to bring down the 2003 season.
Oh,
look at
no!
that.
Is he on the flat?
On the last lap, he must have a flat tire.
Bobby Labonte's by.
Can you believe that?
Elliott is off the pace. Never give up.
Watch out, Bill.
Fatback McSwain is going to get to do a victory dance for us. Last lap drama at Homestead. Bobby Labonte wins the Ford 400.
It is never over till it's over.
I'm telling you, unbelievable.
The day's headlines will be an interesting one for Tony and his team, involved in the incident with Casey Kane a little earlier on a restart, and then the altercation on pit road between the 9 and 20 pit crews. But in the end, it'll be a dominating performance by Stewart, who will have led 160 of 267 laps.
That's pretty dominant.
Oh, he's been by far the best car today. There's no doubt about it.
Drivers who won a race a year ago who've not won this year. There are quite a few of them. In fact, 11 drivers. Winners last year, not this. Scratch one off the list. Tony Stewart, with his first win of 2004, he takes the Tropicana 400 in Chicago by almost 3 seconds over Jimmy Johnson. And now the white flag is up, and we're on the final lap here at Watkins Glen. Another 10 or so gear shifts, 7 corners plus the inner loop for Tony Stewart to find victory lane. We're assuming he'll find victory lane.
I bet he will.
Today.
And there goes the 41 car, Benny.
Yep, he's still running. White flag. Marty may be right. We'll see.
Well, can we say Jimmy was right?
Jimmy was right. Jimmy Elliott was right. Yeah, not Marty. Tony, very impressive today.
This is a team that has endured its share of ups and downs, the different things that happen to them, the controversy that seems to just build up and swirl around them from time to time. Last weekend at the Brickyard 400, Tony Stewart not able to come up with the result that he so badly wants at that racetrack. brushed it off probably as well as he ever has. A disappointment at Indianapolis particularly. And here at Watkins Glen today, overcoming the physical cramps that have dogged him throughout the day, and he's going to ride his way to a dominating win. He'll lead half the race today and take his second Watkins Glen checkered flag. Tony Stewart is the winner.
Here comes the 17, and whoa.
Oh, and Truex down to the inside of Matt Kenseth. He's going to climb up to fourth.
Well, this is it, boys. White flag, and all the stakes are up for grabs.
Look at Robbie Gordon in the 7 car. He knows he can see those cars in front of him. He has to get to him. Whoa, Riggs! Half a lap to go.
Scott Riggs got sideways off the bumper of Kenseth.
He did.
Whoa.
Did a good job of not wrecking both of them.
Look at Kevin LePage waving out the window to Martin Truex in the 1. Stay behind me. Stay behind me.
Matt Kenseth fighting back.
Robbie Gordon in the 7. If he can get by Martin Truex in the 1, he'll make the Daytona 500. They're coming to the checkered flag.
And that's his only shot.
Going to be close. He's going to have it. Well, no, Riggs is going to save the 1 car.
Stewart. Tony Stewart wins. Jeff Burton second. Kevin LePage third. Martin Truex race his way in.
White flag. Yes, sir. White flag.
If you run out now, just don't even tell me about it.
And it's hard to believe. 109 laps down, 1 to go. 34 cars still on the lead lap. Only 1 car out of this race.
And that is Tom Hubert.
And Jeff Gordon, who had climbed his way back up into the top 20, all of a sudden had another problem, and he's back in 32nd spot. So
Jimmy Johnson, with him in 32nd, Darrell. Jimmy Johnson in 36th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 42nd. Tough day for some of the biggest stars of the sport.
Well, we said coming in here today could make a big difference in the points, and it obviously has.
Greg Biffle's going to lead the points for the first time in his Nextel Cup career.
I believe our battle for second is heated up. Richard Rudd here in the 21, looking back at Kurt Busch in the 97.
Run hard. Guard your inside down there in 11. We're driving deep. Guard your inside.
Well, they didn't need to tell him, because that's been...
Oh, Rudd got a good run off of 10 there. I think it's going to pay off for him.
And Kurt might not be expecting Rudd to hold the bottom here. Checkered flag will be in the air. 20th career win for Tony Stewart, his 4th Nextel Cup road course victory, and Ricky Rudd holds off Kurt Busch.
White flag for Tony Stewart. Last lap. This would be it no matter what happens.
Just not close enough to get anything done.
No. Jimmy Johnson is trying to get by Dale Jarrett on the outside.
Yeah, that 20 car will get awfully wide from this point on.
Half a lap for Tony Stewart. One on the road course a week ago at Sonoma. Picked up emotion and momentum, pursuing his 2nd Nextel Cup championship. Tony Stewart, a native of Indiana, has always wanted to win at Indianapolis, but tonight he's going to shut out the field, and Tony Stewart takes the checkered flag at Daytona.
I think Stewart's just on cruise. He's looking in the mirror and he's going as hard as he needs to.
2 to go. What a turnaround that Zipadelli, this entire 20 crew, Tony Stewart, they've all done, because the first part of the year they were just not competitive.
Yep.
But boy, they have turned it around.
And I think it's also helped Bobby Labonte, because Bobby's sitting in 3rd spot right now. This is a great run for those guys. They needed a good run really bad.
And may have dodged the bullet with that electrical issue as well that Alan was reporting about. A white flag. Tony Stewart in the 20, the leader. Behind him, the 97 of Kurt Busch. Then Bobby Labonte, Kyle Busch, and Greg Biffle. And Biffle is right on the bumper of the 5. That's the race for 4th. That's your race leader. Half a lap to go. Remember, those two had contact just a few laps ago. They're going to battle it out for 4th. But Tony Stewart's going to bring that Home Depot Chevrolet off of turn 4. And Tony Stewart, a winner at Daytona, now wins at New Hampshire. He sweeps out of turn 4 and sees the white flag at the same track where his hero A.J. Foyt won before him. Now Tony Stewart is 2.5 miles away from history.
looking in his mirror every, about 2 seconds right now.
Turn 2 at the Brickyard. Down the backstretch.
This is going to be really, really big for him.
Half a lap to go. The fans cheering. Through turn 4, the last trip down the front stretch. Tony Stewart, a native Hoosier, his dream comes true. Tony Stewart wins the All-State 400 at the Brickyard. White flag, last lap at the Glen. Dave Burns.
Robbie Gordon radioed his crew, no way we're going to make it. We're done. I don't know if he meant he's out of fuel, if there's no way he can catch the 20. And no, he's not catching the 20.
That's probably what he's talking about. They're just not going to catch the 20 because the car certainly seems to be under power.
Well, this 20 team is in top championship form right now. Off the win at Indianapolis a week ago. Headed for victory lane here at Watkins Glen. To Michigan next week and then Bristol.
I mean, in 2 laps, he has pulled out to a 2.5 lead on really good drivers and race cars.
Won at Sonoma earlier this year. Tony Stewart, the new road course king in the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Sweeps off of 7, makes the right-hander. He can see the checkered flag now. Tony Stewart goes back-to-back and wins at the Glen.
48 gets some help from Martin to get in front.
Last lap in the Budweiser Shootout.
The 20 car is just beaten up on the bumper of that 11 car, Denny Hamlin, but that's why. That's what you can do.
Look what a difference it made, Wally. 2 car lengths drove him by the 48.
Only 4 times has a first-time starter in this race gone to victory lane. The last time, Dale Jarrett in 1996.
And here comes Junior on the outside on the last lap.
Big run on the outside. Does he have enough?
Off the final turn in the Budweiser Shootout. The season starts with fireworks. Denny Hamlin, the rookie, wins the Budweiser Shootout.
Kyle Busch got a good run on the top side off turn 4. What Kyle Busch is going to have to watch is from the stage ride down there on the outside of turn 2. Watch that stage ride.
While this is going on, though, Tony Stewart in the 20, he's drove off into the sunset. White flag this time.
Can you say adios, amigos?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. He's going to make this a 3-way battle for 3rd.
Kyle Busch slips up. Here comes Johnson.
Yeah, the stage drive's real bad down there, right in the middle of 1 and 2 and off. Kyle got on the outside a little bit too much.
And here comes Junior to the inside.
Big Orange. Tony Stewart gets the win.
And Kyle Busch got loose. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will beat him back to the line for 2.5 more miles. 3 quarters. Denny Hamlin, white flag.
What an exciting day for him. Sets on the pole.
Spins out while leading.
Routine kind of day.
Comes all the way back from 40th.
Look at him flapping in the wind, baby.
And he's still the fastest car on the racetrack.
On Friday, he qualified for the 2007 Budweiser Shootout, a race he won back in February. Another half a lap here, he will be in the 2007 Nextel All-Star Challenge at Lowe Motor Speedway.
Yeah, he was always, you know, once you win that race, you were exempted from there on. You're in it at Daytona, but you're not in the All-Star race, and this is going to do it for him because, guys, I think he might be an All-Star.
Denny Hamlin rolls off turn 3. Joins Dale Jarrett. Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart as winners for Joe Gibbs Racing. Hamlin, the rookie, starts on the pole, falls to 40th, then wins the Pocono 500.
as it's one to go. And the Busch boys are in hot pursuit.
And here comes Matt Kenseth in that 17 car on the high side. He's getting help from his teammate McMurray in the 26.
Kenseth has never won here, but he's taking the long way around on the outside.
Now just remember, it gets really tense. Coming down the back right here, you start blocking.
In turn 3. Caution is out.
Caution is out. Will we go to overtime or will the checkered flag wave?
That's it. We were in a white flag lap.
We took the white flag.
The field is frozen at the moment of caution. The yellow flag waves as they come toward the finish line. Tony Stewart and the Home Depot Chevrolet will score the second win of 2006.
He is one lap away from sweeping both races at Pocono. It's only been done 5 times in the long history of the races here. Began racing go-karts at the age of 7, stock cars at the age of 16. That was back in 1997. Came through the driver development program with Joe Gibbs Racing, 5 truck races, 1 Busch race in 2004. Drove 7 Cup races last year, had 3 top 10s, got the attention of not just his team, but the entire garage and a lot of race fans. He's one of the rising stars of the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series, so appreciative of everything that's been done for him. Says he doesn't get emotional until he sees his parents, because they are living the dream with him. Denny Hamlin, teammate to Tony Stewart and J.J. Yaley, driving for Joe Gibbs, coming out of turn 3 for his second career win. He sweeps at Pocono. Denny Hamlin, the race winner of the Pennsylvania 500.
And Stewart's got a 17-second lead on Casey Mears, who runs second right now.
And Mark Martin runs third. From a car he said was terrible early in the race, now third. Can he get to the finish? We work the final lap. Stewart down the back.
He looks like he's out of fuel.
Should be quite a few more of them running out.
Stewart's out.
Can he coast around in time? Had that 17-second lead. Casey Mears is the second place car. Stewart slow through turn 4. Trying to reach the finish line.
It looks like Casey Mears is out of fuel now.
Casey Mears slow in turn 3. Tony Stewart's going to take the checkered flag and coast across the finish line and win.
That's unbelievable.
Stewart takes the white flag last lap at Atlanta. Can Johnson get there? Can Kenseth get third from Earnhardt? And a car in the wall.
Joe's 7 car.
Boyer trying to keep it high on the track. They've already taken the white flag. If the caution was to come out, the race would be over. Kenseth trying to make a move on the 8 of Earnhardt. This is for third.
Oh, Junior's getting loose. And so did the 17. Kenseth's got loose, got on the apron a little bit.
White flag last lap.
Pretty even that lap. I think he's going to be able to get him.
Doesn't look that way.
Down the backstretch for the final time. Tony Stewart won last week in Atlanta with a dominating run, strong pit stops, a good crew. Outside the chase for the Nextel Cup Championship, cannot defend his title, but he can be strong down the stretch. Tony Stewart wins at Texas.
Somebody is about to win at least $215,000.
Kurt Busch keeps peeking around back there in that 2 car.
You got to get closer together than that.
Dale Earnhardt won this race a record 6 times. Jeff Gordon, 3-time winner. Nobody else has won more than 2. Excuse me, Dale Jarrett's a 3-time winner. Nobody else has banked more than 2. Tony Stewart could win his 3rd right here. Here they come for the flag.
Whoa. Big crash.
Denny Hamlin involved.
Stewart, Gilliland, Busch.
They know they only have one more shot to get it done.
Tell you one thing, Johnny Stewart is working over the back bumper of Dale Jarrett. Actually, it's Set, I'm sorry.
Set in the 60, Sauter in the 70. They're both in on time. Here comes Bliss in the 49. Bliss has to pass them both to make the 500.
Getting a little help back there from Greg Biffle in the 16 car.
Michael's in pretty good shape. He's got his buddy Kenny Schrader right behind him.
And Dale Jr. cannot advance on the leader. Here comes Bliss. He could do it. He's past Sauter.
Man, we might be all right here.
He's alongside Sad. Here they come to the line.
It's going to be close. It's going to be real close.
Stewart's going to win it. Waltrip is in. Sad may have eclipsed Bliss by a nose.
2 laps to go. Boy, looks like Gordon's closed in a little bit.
Well, Gord's driving it. There's no question about it. He's driving it in, and he's trying to make up as much time as he can. Hamlin's just, he's running his line. He's running smooth, and there's no pressure right there. So the best thing to do is not look in your mirror right now if you're Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, just keep running his line. But you see Jeff drive in. Jeff drifts up a little bit in the middle, diamonds the corner, stands in the gas, and drives it straight up off. But this is the last lap right here, man.
White flag in the air. Leader has it.
One more time.
Jeff Gordon doing everything he can to try and get to Denny Hamlin. Hamlin's last win 32 races ago, won both Pocono events last season.
This is going to be good in 3.
You're about 1. You can do it.
Gordon right on the bumper.
Oh, Hamlin slipped just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Oh, Gordon looked to the inside, couldn't get there. Hamlin gets loose. They charge to the line. Denny Hamlin wins. So Kenseth in second, Edwards in third. But Tony Stewart, 20 races since his last trip to victory lane at Texas in November. Tony Stewart wins at Chicago.
Great run for the 20 Home Depot team and Tony Stewart.
One more. All right, Tony Stewart comes by. He had not won a race in 20 starts dating back to last fall. And then 2 weeks ago, he took this car to Chicagoland Speedway and spanked them. Led over 100 laps and said, guys, that has now become my favorite race car. I want to take this car to my home track. So they brought it to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a track, as you heard, that he came to when he was 5 years old, riding in a luggage rack on top of a bus, covered up in coats, so he could watch these guys race. It's a track that he has dreamed of winning time and time again. He won here in 2005, and once again, with the help of that guy right there, Zippy, Greg Zipadelli, Tony Stewart will come down here in 2007 and take the win in the All-State 400. Tony Stewart wins it. White flag for Tony Stewart, trying to pick up his 3rd win in 2007, and his 4th win here at Watkins Glen. Can he hold off the charging 99 of Carl Everts, who, by the way, is driving with an injured thumb, a previously dislocated thumb, and a bandage, trying to shift gears and hang on to that steering wheel?
Well, Jerry, he just cleared the most critical part on the racetrack, turn 1. That has ate everybody's lunch today. He's just got to get through this inner loop clean. Let's watch him get through here. Nice smooth turns, not aggressive. You see Carl Edwards' left front tire in the air. He's driving hard. And Andy, turn 9, coming to 10. He's about got this thing home.
Carl's not giving up, though. He's just trying as hard as he can to get right to the bumper of the 20 car, Tony Stewart.
Carl's got 2 more shots, the entry at 10 and the entry at turn 11 to catch him.
And Carl goes off the racetrack.
Edwards off in the gravel. Here comes Tony Stewart out of turn 11. And congratulations to Team Chevy driver Tony Stewart, winner of the Nextel Cup at Watkins Glen.
White flag, 1 to go. Nobody close to Jarrett. He will race his way into the Daytona 500. Look at Harvick in the 29 helping Stewart on the outside.
I think this race isn't over yet. Here comes the 24 on the outside.
Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, Toyota. Here comes Stewart up to help the 11.
There's John Andretti in the 34 car. Remember, fresh tires. He drives by David Ruderman in the 00. John's trying to get into the Daytona 500.
And he might just make it, Larry. He has come from nowhere. Look at that thing go.
Right now he's in, but there's still 1 mile to go.
I tell you what, if John Andretti gets in, this will be the feel-good story of qualifying for the 500.
with you here.
Denny Hamlin wins it. Dale Jarrett is in. John Andretti is in.
Coming to the white flag. Got a good cushion.
Kyle Busch has never had a top 10 finish at Atlanta.
Boy,
in Sprint Cup racing.
Oh my gosh, get off the back of him, man.
Come on, guy.
I don't know exactly what was going on there, but
patience heck.
Well,
coming to the checkers over here.
That's a Toyota and a Toyota. I think I would have asked for a little help there if it had been me.
That was Kyle Busch that said coming to the checkers over here.
For the first time in Sprint Cup racing since 1954.
Come on, folks, give my hand.
Foreign nameplates going to victory lane. Wild Thing wins.
Yes,
Kyle Busch wins the Cobalt Tools 500.
They're still on the lead lap, and they're battling for position. Yeah, they would not be battling.
Yeah, I thought that was 83. The numbers all rubbed up on it.
Well, lap and a half to go. Denny Hamlin just has to hit those marks.
Man, I tell you what.
Here comes Gordon. Gordon's coming.
He's coming, boys. It's going to be tight.
White flag coming. Jeff Gordon lacks 3 car lengths of getting to Hamlin's rear bumper. White flag.
He's going to get there, but that's all he can do.
Last lap. He's coming hard. He's half second back.
Coming hard. Don't mess up.
Hamlin got a good run off turn 2 that time.
Watch this run into turn 3, though, Larry. And you got a slow car in front of you. Gordon's coming. He's looking to the high. He's going to diamond it off, but it's not. It's too little, too late.
The grandfather clock chimes for Denny Hamlin. He beats Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson,
99 out of fuel,
and Tony Stewart.
Great job.
Gordon lost a bit of momentum and lost his health. Here they come to the line. White flag. 1 lap to go. Kyle and trouble. A spin in the trial of Michael McDowell has spun. The white flag is out.
No caution.
If he can get out of the racetrack, we shouldn't have a caution.
Kyle Busch
still leading.
Oh,
trouble. A big one.
Much worse.
Turn 2.
48.
Keep rolling.
We still are not caution. Caution is out.
They got cars out. We got to stop.
That's ours.
That's it. You can't. The race is over
because we took the white flag.
We're in the white flag lap. The race is over. What a wreck.
Kevin Harvick in the 29 car.
Well, I don't really believe in betting a whole lot, but I would have bet you we'd end like this.
That's Regan Smith. And Kyle Busch.
Oh man, I don't believe it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Eminem. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff, you are my man.
Checkered flag.
There you go.
Kyle Busch, Rowdy Busch wins at Talladega.
Here it is.
White flag.
Easy, buddy, easy.
And remember, he came in here our points leader after finishing second at Richmond. He'll certainly stretch that points lead out because right now, Jeff Burton in the 31 car is running back in the 10th position.
His fourth try.
How proud of you guys I am.
His 4th try at Darlington. His first checkered flag. Kyle Busch wins the Dodge Challenger 500.
My goodness. Who would have thunk it?
I still feel like he's pushing the envelope too hard, running side by side with that car.
It doesn't mean a thing to me, and I'm biting my fingernails off. I know that.
Go in there. There you go.
There you go.
Last 4 races for Kyle Busch. Victory lane at Talladega. 2nd at Richmond. Win at Darlington. 3rd at Lowe's Motor Speedway. What a season.
Here he comes.
Kyle Busch and Joe Gibbs Racing tame the Monster Mile.
And there he goes.
There are the leaders. Kyle Busch, then Gilliland, then Gordon.
Oh, Gilliland went in there a little bit too hard. He slid the nose. That's going to cost him about 3 car lengths on Kyle Busch right there.
White flag, last lap.
At least 5.
Elliott Sadler has moved out of the racing line and cars are passing him. He's dropped to 14th.
You know, it made it a lap. When a tire's flat like that, it builds up so much heat in it. It just begins to come apart, and he's just got to. He's trying to just get as much as he can. But hats off to Elliott Sadler. But look at this car. This guy's not. He has not missed his mark all day long. Just like Marty and those guys spoke earlier. He has been right on message, right on spot. He's taken it easy this last couple of laps. You saw him. He really cut that corner tight just to get it in there and not wash out.
And the car's been consistent. The most consistent car out there all day.
And this is a strong comeback for this team. Kyle had 7 top 10s in a row, including 3 wins before finishing 43rd at Pocono and 13th at Michigan. A lot of talk that maybe this team had lost its edge. They had good strategy, a little luck, a solid driver, and a good run. 2 more turns for Kyle Busch. Through 11. Then a left-hander 12.
You boys are number 1.
Checkered flag in the air for Kyle Busch. He wins at Sonoma. Oh, Jeff Gordon gets turned.
Right there. Like that. Just like that, man. Just exactly like that.
Watching the flag stand, still under green.
No harm, no foul, because he's far enough out of the way. Unless he just sits there. If he sits there.
No, they're not. I don't think they're done yet.
If he sits there, they'll throw the caution because he's in a bad place.
Kyle Busch fighting for the lead with Carl Edwards.
He's going.
Gordon is back underway. A lap and a half to go.
Edwards is just looking for a way to get around. He's got it. Got the spot, and he's got help. Oh, no! Kenseth!
What did Kenseth do?
Couldn't hold it down.
He couldn't get it turned down in time to follow Carl, or to get it to the right to follow Carl.
Kurt Busch in second spot.
Just like last year, but
wow, they just covered up.
Last lap at Daytona.
Oh, we got it, guys.
That's it.
Oh, man. Oh, I can't believe he did not wreck.
Keep rolling here.
Oh, there he is.
Now
Oh,
they're
my
wrecking.
goodness.
That's incredible.
Checkered flag. Carl Edwards pulls ahead, but we will wait for the official word from NASCAR. A wild finish to the Coke Zero 400.
Yeah.
The winner of the Coke Zero 400 is Kyle Busch. Last lap.
That was good stuff.
That was great race right there. You think Kyle Busch doesn't want to win races?
No kidding.
Here comes Harvick.
He wanted that thing. Here comes Jimmy Johnson back on the outside.
Oh, he'll drive it in deep going into 3. He's got one more shot.
Jimmy got that run down the backstretch.
Here it comes. Oh, and he did drive it in deep, but he's got no place to go with it.
But he gets in, and you see the car skate up the racetrack. That's a typical aero push.
Oh, man, that 48's loose.
Off of turn 4, Kyle Busch sweeps at Chicagoland, his 7th win of the season.
White flag.
I don't think he's close enough to make the move this time, but the thing that Marcus doesn't want to happen is for Tony to slow him down enough that Juan Pablo can get to his back bumper.
Looking on the inside. Now, Ambrose is really good in the S's, and coming out of the S's is where Tony Stewart, the 20 car, struggled a moment ago. Although Tony now pulls him a little bit this time by. Trouble, Jeff Gordon involved. There's Sam Hornish.
Like Gordon's been around backwards. That's why that roof flap is up.
Just drove it in there a little too hard. He didn't hold it there.
Gordon back in 25th position. Rudeman trying to get by him. Here is the final lap for Kyle Busch, trying to come down to get his 8th win in 2008. Ambrose now has Montoya right on his rear bumper for 3rd spot. Will Montoya make a move in 10? Ambrose covers a spot. One more turn for the battle for 3rd. Kyle Busch will come down out of turn 11 and take the checkered flag. Tony Stewart is 2nd. And 3rd spot, what a performance by Marcus Ambrose from 43rd spot. Regan Smith, the rookie behind him. Menard is there. Sadler is there. Here comes Elliott Sadler.
Yeah, he's not getting any help, though. He made a great move there, but nobody wanted to go with him. I can't believe that these guys at DEI cars are going to be satisfied with 2nd and 3rd. They're going to have to go for it here.
Now watch the 31 and the 07. Teammates for Childress, Burton, and Boyer.
Still content to run single file. They're all wanting to go, but everybody's just filling that spot, so they're not getting that opportunity.
David Reagan hasn't won. Regan Smith, the rookie. Paul Menard is there. Tony Stewart has never won at Talladega in a NASCAR Sprint Cup car.
He's going to have to do a lot of blocking right here. They've got to run on him. Got to run.
Here they come.
I can't go down there and do that, though.
Actually, I think it's legal on the last lap. He might have got it right there. I think it's legal on the last lap.
They are saying Tony Stewart has won the race. Tony Stewart is the official winner here at Talladega. They would not allow that pass below the yellow line.
I tell you what Hamlin better do. He better stay right behind that 18 car or he will get passed. And I really think Hamlin thinks that Mark Martin might be willing to go with him. I don't know that I'd do that to my teammate, but he might.
Harvick has faded all the way to the back and out of the picture.
Look how Mark falls off just a little bit. About 4 car lengths. Here he comes. Got to run down on the inside, looking under Hamlin. If he gets by Hamlin, look out. Look out, Kyle Busch.
And there goes Vickers. They touch down the back straightaway. Vickers is going to give Mark Martin a push down the back straightaway.
Look out, 18. Here they come, just like we've seen a time and time again.
Martin looking high. Busch comes up to block. It's Vickers.
Got a blocking.
Vickers on the bottom.
Who's going to win the drag race? Back to the start-finish line. I don't think they can beat him. Here comes Kyle Busch in the 18.
What a deal. All right, Kyle Busch and Mark Martin.
1 to go. Carl Edwards loses the engine, and the battle is for second in turn 1.
And they are side by side. Boyer to the bottom. The fight's for second.
I believe Boyer's got it this time. Clear him up. Get up there, attaboy.
Edwards to the apron and out of it. Here comes Kyle Busch and the M&M's Toyota. He qualified on the pole. He had to start the race in the back. And Wild Thing is going to win again.
Yeah, baby.
Hometown.
Welcome to
Viva
victory
Las
lane.
Vegas.
One more time.
We're in overdrive. 2 laps to go.
Everybody got a solid restart. Less than 30 seconds. We'll know the winner of this thing. Casey Kane looks to the inside of Gordon. Gordon shuts the door.
Kyle nailed it on that restart. He got it just right. No wheel spin. I think it's just going to be close.
No fine.
But he's pulling away ever so slightly. White flags in the air.
And it's Johnson to the outside of Hamlin.
Now that could be big.
Hamlin is going to have to deal with Jimmy.
You're fine, bud.
Rudiman gets bumped by Boyer. And here we come to the flag, and Wild Thing, Kyle Busch, dominates in Bristol. With Hamlin second, Johnson third, Gordon and Kane.
And what I like about it, I've seen him every night, every race, he always has a little left in the tank. And I don't know how he does it. He raced Thursday night, Friday night, and tonight, and he's still going strong.
And if they hadn't canceled Nashville tomorrow, he was going to go over there and race.
Nashville tomorrow in a CRA race.
He's won 14 races before the age of 24. And here comes our active ticker on top of the screen with coming to 1 to go.
All right, man, here it is.
White flag.
Flag. Never thought I'd hear you say such a sweet thing.
Yeah, he did not want to hear yellow flag.
Happy birthday.
I'll say just bring her on home. Got to go around 3 and 4 here. Don't ever count you. All you chickens.
Oh, man. Addington, what a call, buddy.
Light the candles and cut the cake. Kyle Busch joins Cale Yarborough as NASCAR's only Sprint Cup winners on their birthday.
Yeah, baby. Cut the cheese and pour the wine.
So the number 39 isn't going to win a race today, but look at this battle here between the 24 and the 2.
Caution's out.
And Joey Logano has the lead as the caution comes out.
Okay, now he...
Fuel, we're good for about 3 to 5 laps there under green, so we go quite a few, okay? Just save fuel. Roll out, shut it off, shut all your fans off.
This is where Joey Logano, having a guy like Greg Zipadelli, is going to help him. It's raining. He's talking to him. He's going to talk him through it. He's going to talk him through cutting it off, doing all this stuff. Joey's a great driver. We've talked about it. He was not in this race till this time, okay? I mean, he's already been a lap down and got his lap back. He's had some issues, but I'm going to tell you something. This is where this team is going to take this driver and put him in position to win races.
Congratulations to Joey Logano. There he is. He gets his first career win.
White flag one more time.
Well, they've shown that they were the car from the very beginning of this race with Denny Hamlin and Mike Ford. That it was theirs to win. A lot of different things transpired throughout the day. He got himself in position. We see Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson battling for the 12th spot here. Jimmy Johnson made a run up there into the top 10, but started to slip back just a little.
He used a lot of car for quite a few laps there. His battle's still going on here with Mark Martin and Brian Vickers.
Battle for 6th position, final lap. Martin says, I need these 4 points big time, but so does Vickers.
Yeah, one's battling to stay in the top 12. The other one's trying to get himself positioned there. Mark not able to make the pass.
It has been a very difficult week for Denny Hamlin. He lost his grandmother a couple days ago. Very emotional. Didn't want to be here. Wanted to be with the family. But today, Denny Hamlin goes to victory lane for the first time in 2009.
3 to go. 2 to go, actually. 2 to go. He's leaving that inside open a little bit.
White flag this time by out of turn 2. Mark Martin trying to get there. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch drives it hard into turn 3. Coming to the wide outside. Mark's going to have to really get a bite. I think he's going to have to hit him, guys, if he's going to win this.
White flag here. Mark Martin on the bottom of the racetrack. Kyle Busch by 1 car length. Ambrose back in third.
Behind him. Is he going to try to get to this bumper?
And out of turn 4, Kyle Busch will win it at Bristol, Tennessee.
Wow, Marcus Ambrose in third. Great run for him.
There is Hamlin. 4 car lengths in front of Kurt Busch. He'll come down to take the white flag.
Ron Vickers has about 2 car lengths on Sam Hornish, so looks like he's in pretty good shape with no slip.
Hamlin takes the white flag. He's 3/4 of a mile away from doing something he's wanted to do since he's a little boy. That's winning on the home racetrack. And there is Brian Vickers. Back in 7th position, he has an 8-point advantage. He's 1 lap away from being in the chase for the first time in his career. And out of turn 4, the checkered flag goes to Denny Hamlin. We've had green, white checkers, and guess what, folks? Jimmy Johnson has won them both. Can he do it today, or is Denny Hamlin going to pay him back for not getting the win here in the spring?
He's able to stay a little closer this time, but Hamlin clears him off of turn 2.
It'll be white flag this time by Denny Hamlin, the leader. Johnson in second. Montoya right in the back.
Oh, Carl Edwards in the wall. He keeps it going, though.
And white flag.
Here comes the 18.
And the 34 car of Andretti has crashed and slid across the racetrack. The white flag waving here. And no caution yet. Here they come.
He's got his car coming right in front of these guys. Oh, man, he better hold that thing down there.
And Denny Hamlin will take the win. Johnson second. There he comes out of turn 4, and Denny Hamlin will take the white flag. 1.5 miles away. And there is Jimmy Johnson 1 lap away from making history. So Denny Hamlin will come down the back straightaway. And barring incident, Hamlin will come down and take the checkered flag for his 4th win in 2009. But folks, the story is history being made by a driver, Jimmy Johnson. There comes Hamlin. Open up the history books, folks.